But while intimidation can repel an attack, others prefer a more discreet approach. For some, security and privacy are equally important. And for those living in hostile territory, just standing out can make you a target.
International armoring started because of customers' desire to have cars that looked original. They didn't want them to look like they were a tank. They didn't want them to look like they were bulletproof. We don't want these vehicles to stand out in the public. We don't want people to know that they're armored. In fact, you can go to many cities in many parts of the world and armored cars drive by you every day and you would never know it.
With disassembly, armor installation, and suspension and tire upgrades complete, the team at International Armoring has moved to Phase 4, concealment, ensuring the finished vehicle looks just like the original.
With all the armoring that we've already put into the vehicle, the tolerances, as you can imagine, have already kind of moved in. So there'll be a process that we'll see as they put it in. They'll take the measurements, they'll pull it back out, they'll do a little bit of trimming on it, they'll put it back in, see if it fits, pull it back out.
The first step, inserting body panels to measure the offset created by armoring. Parts are taped to avoid overcutting. If a piece is trimmed too much, it has to be scrapped and replaced.
We're actually taking each piece of interior material and we have to shrink it fractionally. Some places a 16th, a 32nd, an 1/8, quarter inch. We have to make every piece fit in 3 dimensions to go back inside and fit the vehicle.
Once the trimming is complete, the worker places the part back in the car and checks the fit.
Very important to get the correct measurements and to cut it exactly right so we don't end up with a gap.
It's a tedious but critical process that takes an average of 40 hours to complete.
So here's an example of one of the quarter panel trim pieces. We're going to look at taking about a 1/16 of an inch off this all the way along here. We've already made about 10 or 12 cuts on this same piece. And we're taking it off small amounts each time so we do not overcut it. No point in ruining a trim piece. We want it to be a perfect fit. And that's the type of detail we put into our cars.
Finally, the part fits perfectly. A fully disguised armored body section able to withstand an enemy attack without drawing attention. Replacing fixtures and mechanisms like door and roof handles completes the illusion.
Just getting everything lined up. When I put the grab handles into the screw holes is about the most difficult part.
The finished result isn't meant to impress. It's meant to go unnoticed. But the armored vehicle still has one more step to go. Final inspection. Coming up, a newly armored SUV hits final inspection. But will it pass? It's the final stage at International Armoring. Disassembled, armored, upgraded, and concealed. The result is an armored car built to protect while providing a comfortable ride. But will it check out?
And we're inspecting for any body damage, any significant issues. When you put over 1,000 pounds of ballistic steel in a vehicle, there's always a chance for body damage.
Once it passes inspection, the only thing left to do is turn the key and pray. At this point, any error code means a wire's been damaged and the car needs to be stripped.
Well, this is the moment of truth. We have armored this car. We have taken it apart, put all the protective materials in there, and you always wonder whether everything is going to work out really good or whether you're going to have to take it all apart again. So here we go. Seems like everything works.
On the road, accelerating, braking, and pulling turns, the armored SUV handles beautifully.
Well, here we are riding a new armored car. It looks just like a regular car, except this one will stop the bullets.